Barbell Junction.
Assalamualaikum and welcome to Barbell Junction. My name is Azmil. I'm the accountant at Zealfit Malaysia. With me are Faye.
Hello.
And our guest, Coach Azmil from Prsvr Dtrmd.
Hi.
We have Haris too with us. Hi,
Oh.
Haris.
And Haris.
Yep.
Apparently Haris wants to go and play chess, so he thinks chess is more important than coming to this podcast.
slimmest weightlifter I've met.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright. Okay, thanks, Haris.
Yeah, so today we have Coach Azmil on the show, and just a brief background about how we met. I think it was 2017.
Yeah,
17.
16, 17.
Yeah, 2017 was an interesting year for me. And I think I met you probably the tail end of 2017.
Yeah, it started out as like I was like fetching for quotation, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So. Right. So and then I think we spoke about doing something together, and we've met a few times, checked out few places, but eventually I think we decided to just
I think at that point in time we couldn't agree on our business direction.
Yeah.
So we wanted something else. I wanted something else. Well, hopefully one day.
Yeah, inshallah. And and even until today, for me at least, I think like one day I think I know what I want to do. The next day is like it keeps shifting. The goalpost keeps shifting. And
is that why we're here now?
Yeah, exactly. So yes, exactly. The podcast is the reason. Is the how do you say it?
It's a new, I don't know, new direction.
I don't know. Yeah. So I mean,
It's a new, I don't know. We'll leave it at that.
What's interesting, I mean, is that when you do business, for me is that everything is new, right? And I've seen you start your own, and right now I think you've already going through a different phase, right? But before we go through what you're going through in your business, can you just quickly just introduce yourself and your background in the fitness industry?
Sure. Okay. First of all, thank you so much for having me. This is quite an honor actually, because it's my first ever podcast, and it's like as you said, this is we almost did something together. So to actually still not be so it's obvious that we didn't burn bridges.
Yeah.
So we are we're in this together. I mean the industry is too small anyway, especially in Malaysia. Doesn't matter what niche you're in, whether it's a big gym, a small gym, you're bound to bump into each other one day.
Yeah.
So there's no point stepping on anyone's toes. But as far as I'm concerned, I own a small personal training studio in Mount Kiara, specifically in a development called Acoris. I'm operating out of a very, very small, humble 700 square feet Soho unit. Didn't dare to go that big because I wasn't too sure, because I'm exclusively doing personal training only.
Right.
Didn't want to do any group class and anything. I tried to do some group classes, but it was only to fit in my vacant lunchtime slot. So which I found out later that the Malaysians, or at least the KL people are not ready to sacrifice their lunchtime for a quick workout. Or at least not the ones around me.
Yeah.
So
that's why we're doing the podcast.
That's why.
that's why we're doing a podcast at lunchtime. so make 400k instead.
yeah, who knows, right? The Joe Rogan of Malaysia, right?
yeah.
Inshallah.
That'll be good.
So I did try the whole group class thing, but it didn't work out. So now my 1 p.m. slot is a PT slot, and some clients do welcome it actually. But otherwise, I'm a small personal training studio only. I'm trying to keep it exclusively personal training. I mean, it's tough. It's tough because I'm attracting the product I'm selling, or the service I'm selling is I wouldn't say luxurious, but it's something that those who want it will go for it. Those who don't want it, it's very difficult to persuade. It's something that you either you want it or you don't.
Yeah.
There's no in between with personal training.
Yeah.
It's not, and people keep thinking that you have to be affluent or you have to be rich to be able to afford personal training. Sometimes it's not about that. Someone could prioritize their disposable income to wholly to personal training if they want to.
Right.
If health and fitness is their priority. If it's not, then fine. I'm not going to force it. If you rather buy a new handbag every month and that's your thing, then go ahead. But if you rather have a coach training you personally for 8 to 12 sessions a month for the price of a handbag,
Right.
then I think that's what you should prioritize. Because not everyone can step into a gym and know what to do. Not everyone can design their own program. Even if they do, Haris, sorry.
Haris, I think we triggered Haris a little bit.
Yeah, I think Haris
Sorry, Haris.
a bit annoyed by by my comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was trying to spike me.
Yeah. All right. Bye, Haris. Goodbye.
But even
play your
if
chess.
someone does know how to program their own workout, which is not difficult actually.
Yeah.
You Google something, you
Right.
find it, you copy and paste it,
Then just put it together.
put it
somehow
together,
works out.
save it in your phone, screenshot it, put it in your notebook or something. So, but will you stick to it?
Yeah.
Can you stick to it, or can you adjust it on the fly?
Right.
That's right, yeah.
If you're
So you
not
have no
feeling,
idea, right?
if you're not feeling too good, or if it's not working, but you just stick at it and then keep doing the unsuitable program,
Right.
Yeah.
or do you know how to adjust it on the fly, midway or something, So this is when, if you can afford it, then that's when the personal trainer comes in.
Yeah.
Right. So I understand it's difficult, right? Because there's number one, you have a lot of competitors in the field.
Loads.
Yeah. So number one, how do you get them to be on your program? Or
It's I try to see, if you look at personal training, if you try to define personal training, it's more or less like a bespoke or individualized training.
Yeah.
So it's meant to be one-on-one,
right.
and nothing else. That is, by definition, that should be personal training, one-on-one training. Not a semi-private with like 2-on-1 or 3-on-1, or like a group class of 10, because I know of some gyms, smaller gyms or big gyms that actually call themselves personal training class or personal training sessions, but then actually there are more than one. More than one,
Yeah, like
one
3
person.
or 4 people at one time, and then
So to me, that's already like, if you've already crossed that threshold of being one-on-one, it's semi-private now. I do provide, although I don't advise it, because if you're only going to dedicate 1 hour to a client, it's difficult. It's not impossible, but it's difficult to dedicate the whole 1 hour to focus on just one client, because they all have different manners, they
Right.
all have different behaviors towards certain movements. So I like to keep it wholly dedicated to just one person.
yeah.
How do I track this? This is the difficult part. It's been a not say difficult. It's been an interesting 10 months, I think, for me, since
Right.
since we started. The thing that I did which was, I don't know, in hindsight, was a wrong thing, if you ask me, was I started out cheap.
Right.
Because my thinking was, I wanted to break into the market.
Right.
So if I was
kinda
to,
like get
so
there quicker and-
I didn't mean to undercut anyone.
Yeah.
It's just that standing from, or like standing from the client's point of view, or the potential client's point of view,
Right.
if I was to charge 150, 175 ringgit, per session per hour, then they'll be thinking like, who the hell are you?
Right.
That's
to
true.
be charging that much,
That's
to be charging that much for an hour. So we don't know you. You're not an ex-athlete, an ex-competitor. You have not made a name for yourself, and yet you're charging, and yet you're quoting me 150 ringgit per hour.
Right.
So
I think that's like one of the issues that we have here currently. Like the quality that people expect is a bit low, right? Just because of our general, I would say our general education of like PT and coaches and stuff. Because most of them, some people end up in like global gyms and stuff, right? And their goal there, once they start working it as a PT, is to sell more and more.
Yeah.
Right. So there's no quality.
Yeah.
For the client themselves, because they go in, they just tell you to do a bunch of things, they don't tell you why, and they just send you off, and then so that's PT.
Yeah.
Right. Then for them, they're like, okay, well this is like 80 ringgit. Yeah, fine, whatever. But
Yeah.
then you come along and you're like, okay, it's 150 per session. You're like, wow, like I can just go back to this gym and get a cheaper one.
If you want to talk about all these global gyms, they are going on economies of scale.
Yeah, that's true.
So because as far as the company as a whole, they have already signed up the member. The member.
It's already there.
Yeah, it's already there. He's already like has already signed a direct debit mandate of 180 ringgit a month or something.
That's right. Yeah.
So
it's just
for the
whatever.
company, so for the global gym company on its own, they've done their part. So anything else above it, it's just additional income. So hence they are giving away 50% or 40% of the PT fees to the trainers. Yeah. And for these trainers, I mean, no disrespect to all these trainers. I mean, one day I may be engaging you guys, but they're being
We
paid.
know it. You know it.
They are being paid peanuts for basic salary because and this is a management tactical from the management tactic standpoint.
Yeah.
The company wants the trainers to be chasing after clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way they can earn more. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there are some clients. There are some PTs who are biting more than they can chew.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then this is when this is when the focus has strayed from a particular client.
Volume.
Yeah, it's
mass,
volume.
Right?
It's just impossible. I mean, you have 12 hours a day.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's so much you can do.
There's so much you can do.
Yeah.
Say you have are you actually going to be PTing 12 sessions back to back?
Yeah, you're gonna
and
die.
if you
Yeah.
are,
Yeah.
even if you are,
How long can you do that for? Right?
how long can you do for? It's one thing. It's I'm pretty sure that your excitement or your enthusiasm
After
on
each
your
session,
first
right?
session,
You're like, oh
it
my
wanes.
God.
Yeah.
It wanes.
Right.
And the thing that you have to respect is that although it's your 12th session of the day, is that client's first session.
Yeah, they're coming in excited and ready, but you're like,
So can you actually be as chirpy on the first session?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, as you were, as you were, can you be as chirpy in the 12th session
Right.
as you were in the
First
first?
one, right? Yeah.
So I mean, it's like hand on heart. I don't think anyone can.
Nah, not at all. And if you were, maybe you're taking something. It's just do it. Like, oh, hey.
But on a personal level, coincidentally, yesterday, I had 5 sessions back to back for the first time.
Right.
Having 5
Alhamdulillah.
to 7 sessions in a day is quite normal for me.
Right.
But they're spread out. So
Yeah.
I probably have say a session vacant, a slot a slot vacant. So so it's so then I get my time off.
Right.
But yesterday was literally back to back, 5 sessions a day, 5 sessions in a row. And I can tell you now, on my 5th session, I was tired.
Yeah.
I was tired. But
Mentally tired,
you
right?
cannot show that to your client.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But that was my first ever 5 sessions back to back. Will I be able to pull up that act every day?
Right.
Right.
So
And
this is where so you have to really ask yourself that question. So if you can and you really, I mean, I don't get me wrong, I do enjoy my work. I mean, it's like, for those who don't know me, I for the first 40 years of my life, 39 years of my life, I was a chartered accountant. So so I'm just a student of the game, a student of the sport. I just love working out. I've been working out since I was 18 or something.
Right.
The only formal qualification I have in terms of sports or training is I'm a CrossFit level 1 certified coach. So but other than that, I'm just a people person. I started out coaching CrossFit classes at Fuel Athletics. Shout out to Martin Brothers, thank you so much for the
you guys
opportunity.
can come on if you want.
Buy some stuff.
Buy some barbells, right?
Fuel
Yeah, trained there yesterday. It's
Fuel
good.
versus Barbell
Yeah.
Junction.
A little bit rusty. It's good.
We've got some barbells at the back.
And stop plugging your own barbell.
I know.
Stop selling barbells.
This show has been brought to you by.
Zealfit.
But I want to go back to you were talking about the mistake that you made with
Going low.
Yeah, going low. So what was the?
So the mistake is once people get too comfortable with your pricing, there will come a point in time where you have to ask yourself this question: Are these guys sticking with me after this 3, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever? Are they sticking with me because I'm cheap or because I'm good?
Right.
You know.
Right.
So and I cannot go on at 85 ringgit per session forever.
Right.
I'm putting myself in Moncara, people. So it's like
that's right, yeah, I know.
it's
I
not
mean,
cheap.
Yeah.
So eventually, once I felt I've proven myself, and then as the days go by, you tend to like you're going through constant learning anyway as a
Yeah.
coach. You know, you listen to podcasts, you watch YouTube videos, you read.
start to like value your time more.
Yeah,
right?
so
I think,
you're always like improvising, you're always improving your program, the way you teach, the way you coach, anything, the way you everything, the way you market yourself. So as things get better and better in my eyes, at least.
Right.
And then then my program is more watertight. I can start to see progress in my clients. Then I reach a junction where where I have to decide whether I hike up my price,
Right.
or do I just remain this really good and cheap.
Yeah.
Do I become the Air Asia of personal
Yeah,
training,
yeah,
or or do
definitely
I
not,
do I
yeah.
become, or do I go Emirates?
Right.
So then I decided I decided to do the latter.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so at the end of the year, at the end of 2018, I sent out a long message to all my existing clients first, because they are my priority.
Right.
That I am going to be introducing a new program, which will focus more on progression, and then that will make them achieve more than what they have been doing with me previously, and then I'm adding more value to the package, i.e. I am providing them with a diet template, because the biggest complaint I had the first 6 months of coaching them is, of course, diet.
Right.
Everyone's like bitching about not losing weight or
Yeah.
not putting on enough muscles, and yet they're like, I don't know,
Not really.
eating whatever.
Before we go to that, I think we need to take a break. We have to listen to our sponsors.
Oh, cool.
And we'll be right back right after these messages.
We have sponsors.
Welcome back to Barbell Junction. Our guest today is Coach Azmil from Prsvr Dtrmd. So I always say I think too much on this podcast. When
We
looking
think.
back, so
It's okay.
It means you're aware of yourself.
Yeah,
You're
so-
thinking.
yeah. And if I'm not thinking, I'm rambling.
Yeah.
So
you buy yourself time to think.
Yeah. Chip in if you want.
Yeah, I'll ramble too.
Yeah.
Now,
We were
thinking.
so we were talking about
Pricing.
pricing.
Pricing, yes.
I think again. For us,
break.
we did the opposite,
Sure.
right? Because we went like
You went premium straight away.
we went premium straight away.
I would disagree.
Right.
Disagree. Yeah. In my opinion, I think just because of the stuff that we can offer, and this is a plug again. right? Our equipment, our stuff, and everything. There has to be a certain value and quality to it, because otherwise we're just gonna be like every other gym out there, right? I mean, damn, like Eleiko equipment, like probably the best equipment in the world that you can get right
definitely.
now, right? So I think there has to be a price that you pay for it.
Yep.
Whether or not you're just a person dropping in or you're joining as a member, right? You're paying for that premium quality, right? That's like going into man, I don't know, any of those fancy restaurants and be like, hey, do you have like, you know, roti?
Caviar.
Right, yeah, roti with caviar. Must be like 80 ringgit. You're like, yeah, but it's just roti. They're like, yeah, but you're at this restaurant.
Yes,
Right,
correct.
so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
There,
but-
there has to be a
yeah.
value to coming here.
I agree with that, the value part, but I think the problem is, like you said, that customers or clients are not used to that kind of thinking,
Yeah.
right?
So that's why I want to change.
Yeah, that's what we
want
wanna
to change. Yes, there
right?
we go.
And so we, even if you price low, your problem is that once you want to increase the price, it becomes a problem.
Yeah,
And
it's a dilemma.
yeah, how did your clients take
Okay,
it?
see, that's the thing. So before, it was quite a difficult moment for me to actually press send on that message that I eventually sent to all my clients, because I went up from 85 ringgit per session to 125.
Oh,
Right.
So that's like 40 ringgit over. That's almost like 50% hike.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but to me, it just had to be done.
right.
And even then, 125, I'm still way below market value, or market rate. Sorry. Which means that, watch out, clients. I still have room for hiking of our price.
I cannot bring him to court because he said it.
Yeah.
He said it. It's on video.
but I did it anyway, and this is when it separates. So to me, there are 4 different categories of clients, or in general, in business, there are just 4 different category of customers, clients. You have the one extreme. You have the cheap clients,
Right.
Yeah.
right? The ones who wants things possible for free.
Yeah, we don't
You
get
know?
that here.
Yeah. So, and
Maybe
then
we have. I just haven't told you that.
yeah, and then on the other extreme, you have the affluent clients, the ones who just never ask for the price, never ask that many questions. They just go like, yeah, I'll take it, yeah, I'll buy it, yeah, how much?
Yeah.
And sorry, no, where do I sign, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's right,
So those are the easy ones. And then in between, you have the in betweeners. Basically, you have the complicated clients or difficult clients. These ones are the ones where they know what they want, but they tend to either try to get more money for more value for their money,
Yeah.
Right.
or they probably ask for discounts. Not as much or not as deep a discount as the cheap clients want,
Right.
but a discount nevertheless.
Yeah.
Or they will ask for a payment plan, or they will ask for something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which is fine. This we can work on this one. We can work with this client, this type of clients. And the third or the last category of clients is
Arguing
what I would say
clients.
it's the educated ones. They're the ones who they know what they want, but they just want to make sure
That
that
you
they're
know.
getting what they want.
Oh.
Right.
So they, like, for instance, if they were to walk into your place now, they know it's Eleiko.
Right.
They know they are willing to make the journey here. They know they want, because they know it's Eleiko, but
Right.
they want to make sure that that everything else is provided, that they have what they want over here, something like that.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I increased the price from 75 to 125, what was certain, and I hope none of my clients, previous clients, take too much insult on this, but it gotten rid of the cheap clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the cheap clients dropped out like flies.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
safety,
filter them
right.
out.
Yeah.
Right.
So you knew who were the cheap ones.
Yeah.
Right.
So that means they were training with me because I was cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them probably realized along the way that I'm good as well, but cheap outweighed good.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that though? Like,
It was tough. So
them all.
January was
Lean.
fairly quiet.
Right.
Yeah, was lean. I think I went from 16 clients down to 4. So it was very lean,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
lean.
yeah.
But now I'm back to 13, but they're
Alhamdulillah.
paying 50% more.
Right.
Yeah, so that
So that kind of like that made it all worthwhile again. So it took a long time to not like January to April, 3 months, but
yes.
but you know,
For a
if
dog,
you have
it's a
a
long
family
time.
to feed and you know whatever,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you that's a long time.
Yeah.
But would you say that because you raised up the price, right? Like you talked about how you can stick to the program, like your adherence to the program, right? That's the main driver. So those people paying more, they're probably more likely to
Correct.
stick to it,
Correct.
right?
Because sometimes because if your product is too cheap,
like
it's
whatever.
it's of no value to them as well.
Yeah.
So like tak apalah, ponting lah, you know.
Right.
You know, so you know, but I'll deduct against your session, okay? I'll forfeit a session. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Wow,
Whatever.
really?
Yeah.
They'll just.
But if you make it dear
yeah.
to them,
Yeah.
like 150 or something, they'll be like, oh no,
I gotta
I'll
go.
come,
Yeah.
I'll come. Just wait for me.
Mm.
You know, so this advice was given to me actually by Martin from Fuel. He asked me to like go in high, bro, go in high, make it expensive. But I was like I said, I was a nobody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
was
right.
just this coach from Fuel.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, so and yet I'm not trying to steal away the athletes from Fuel to become my personal trainers. My
clients,
personal training
Yeah,
clients.
that's right, yeah.
Because they're already comfortable there and they enjoy group CrossFit classes and all that. So I am trying to appeal to a new segment of market. So the ones who knew me are not going to be my clients.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I cannot go high yet. So, but at the same time, I didn't set myself a time frame. Like, okay, come December, I'm gonna hike up the price. I just had to like play it by ear, you know, like, get the feel of it. But it was it's okay. It's like losing your virginity. You know, once you've done it, you can do it again. You know, so now that I've what are you gonna say? I'm still a virgin.
I don't know how that is.
No, you don't know how it is.
What? What's that?
So yeah. So now that I've done it once, I will have no issues increasing the price again,
Yeah.
up to a certain extent. I respect my clients that much as well.
Right.
That I will not simply just like, overnight.
Right, but
Yeah.
okay, so I understand that we all have to somehow hike our prices over time.
Yeah.
Right. For many reasons. How do you add value whenever you hike a price up? So what would you be add to the existing
The-
stuff that you have?
the-
Is it just because you're more experienced?
Oh no,
or-
no. The value added have to be, the values added have to be both tangible and intangible. If you're just gonna go,
Yeah.
intangible, justifying your price hike by using intangible values,
Yeah.
like I'm much better now, or
Right.
I'm
Do you know who
going
I
to
am?
give you this and that.
I'm Coach Azmil.
Yeah, so so it's not like I'm Kevin Zahari or something. So
Yeah.
so you can't. You have to also give them tangible values,
That's right.
tangible value added products or services.
Yeah.
So in my case, when I hiked the price, like I said just now, I also provide a diet template for them now. I actually buy them a template from Renaissance periodization, periodization, the RP template, the RP diet,
Sounds right.
which is probably arguably one of the best diet
Yeah.
templates in the
I
world.
agree.
So, but even then, some don't follow. But what's promised is promised. So I buy for them. It's like you can bring the horse to the water trough,
Yeah, they go
but you
eat,
can't make it drink it.
Yep.
So, but that's the least I can do.
Yeah.
And then I've also invested in an in-body
yes.
Right,
analysis machine. So now the progress monitoring is actually tangible.
Yeah,
Right.
right. That's right. Yeah.
So it's not just like I think
Physical,
you've lost weight.
yeah.
I think you look good now.
I
No.
see your
Yeah.
tricep,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Have you seen the mirror lately?
Yeah. So so that helps as well. Like I do get clients coming, I can now zip up my dress.
Yeah.
Or I can now fit my old jeans. That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
But nothing beats black and white
Having it
data.
right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like knowing like what's your body fat percentage, what's your muscle mass percentage, everything. Your body water percentage, everything. So all my clients are monitored or being analyzed
Yeah.
periodically. It's a 3-month program. Well, it's supposed to be 3 months, but some most of them are stretching
follow the
it
wagon. Oh,
because of time constraint and everything.
Right.
So, so at the end of every phase, I do analyze their body, and then they do see. So the pattern seems to be, what I do is I would analyze them at the initial stage of the training,
Yep.
and then after that, then I would do a second one at the end of phase 1, and everyone has improved.
Yeah.
And the reaction seems to be the same thing, which is like, had I been more consistent, I would lose more or gain more muscle,
Right.
or had I kept to my diet, I would have
Right.
lost more
More,
weight.
right,
So it's
yeah.
everything's retrospective. Everything's what if, you
Yeah.
know. So
what if you were in Damansara, right?
Or
oh,
Bangsa.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know. We know.
I preached about that.
But how do you motivate your clients?
First, you have to be a good role model yourself. You have to be a good example yourself. Like in my case, all my clients know that I practice intermittent fasting. There are some who I try to impress IF upon. Although I understand it's very difficult to make someone do IF, because you actually have to make do with one meal,
Right.
Yeah.
and whatever else that you can't do during IF.
Yeah.
But it works on me. It worked on me, and I'm still on it. Not for long though, because I'm trying to gain some body weight.
Yeah.
But anyway, so be a good role model. So they know that I train. They know, because sometimes, because when I have that 1 hour gap between sessions, and then when they do arrive, they see me like slightly wet, So that means they know I've been training, I've been working out on my own, and you as a coach have to be strong. You have to be somehow be able to lift that barbell to pull out the plate.
Yes. Yeah.
So you can't be like tolong, and you have to be able to demo their PR. Say
Yeah.
80 kilos. You have to you have to be able to demo their PR easily, not take a few breath, bracing and everything.
Yeah.
So that's one. And number two, you just have to keep on chatting to them. You have to you have to know your clients. You have to really know I have few clients who have young children.
Yeah.
So they need to know that if they get strong, in my case, my game is all about strength.
Yeah.
I don't really send my clients out to run laps because that's easy money for me if I was to do that.
Go run 5 laps.
Yeah, go
If
and
you're tired, all right.
40 minutes on the treadmill. I'll just watch. It's like, what the hell. Anyway, so I want to be there. So. Where was I? Yeah. So once you get to know your clients, then once they know that if they get strong, then they can carry their child longer.
Yeah.
They
have more muscle mass. They can eat more, right?
Yeah. So
basically,
we just wrote a newsletter on that.
Yeah.
And then
So
I have clients.
sign up.
I have
When will it be out?
And the website's ready.
We have to take another break.
Sure.
We're getting a lot of sponsors nowadays.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Thank you, sponsors.
We'll be right back
nothing.
after these messages. Welcome back to Barbell Junction with Coach Azmil from Prsvr Dtrmd. So we left off that how you motivated your clients. Right now, how many clients do you have at the moment?
13, and I'm basically, because I'm running solo at the moment, and space isn't so big, so 13 is actually I'm like right up to my neck.
You're right.
If I take any more, then I'll be biting more than I can chew.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's unfair to my existing clients because my slots are not say limited. My slots are organized, so I only have 7 sessions a day. So if you do the math, 13 will be will be the max.
Right. Because each client
Based
will
on
take three.
based on everyone
three,
training 3 times a week, assuming they train 3 times a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they don't.
Yeah, hear that? You hear that, clients? What did we just talk
keep a straight face.
What did we just talk about? Oh, if you did this, maybe.
They all know that. It's one of those things, they know, but they just can't.
I know how that feels.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Not maybe, for sure. I know how it feels. So what's next then? Since you already have 13 clients, you mentioned.
It's time to expand. I would love to have a second coach. More like to have a partner in crime, because running your business solo can be quite lonely. So
yeah, I understand.
It's not just about the business development, because with business development maybe I have like my wife,
Right.
who I can discuss with. She has a good business mind. So, but it's maybe like I want to bounce off ideas about training programs,
That's
something. And I don't have that. So I just have to try it out on my own. Like right now, personally, I'm also doing a movement program on my own. So, but I still do not know how to incorporate that into my
program.
clients' training. I'm enjoying it.
Right.
But they might think like, apa ni merangkak-rangkak ni,
weird.
why you making me jump like a frog? But they don't see that to have that kind of hip mobility or knee mobility will help in your squats, in your deadlifts, in whatever.
Do you know Muscle Cat from Singapore?
No.
Oh, you should check out her Instagram though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's big into all this.
Muscle Cat.
I think her name is Muscle Cat.
As in like otot kucing. Not cat's muscle, but yeah.
I think her name is Cat or something like that.
Cat.
right,
Catherine.
Cat.
Cat.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a cat.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Okay.
interesting.
She used to train out. I don't know whether she still is training with Strength Avenue. You can go there first and then
Strength
check out her Instagram from there.
Okay.
So in her videos, she's like moving.
Yeah, I
on
love
the
it.
floor.
I've been doing jiu-jitsu, so I'm a glorified 9-year white belt. So everyone refuses to promote me. But anyway, like, Kino, are you listening?
You're welcome on
Anyway.
the show too.
Anyway, so I value movement. Because in BJJ, for instance, you get put in positions that you would never ever be in your daily lives. But anyway, so it's things like that. So it's to expand. I want to expand. So to get a second coach, I need a bigger space, because if I get a second coach but I'm still in the same space that I am now,
too small.
then we'll be back to the same problem.
Yeah.
So the root cause is probably space.
Right.
Because I started out small, because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure on how well received the business is going to be.
Right.
Because it's, like I said, it's not niche. It's there. It's around. Everybody, every gym and their dog offers PT.
Yeah.
It's just that mine is PT alone. It's a bit like, it's like do or die.
Yeah.
So I decided to put myself in a good location, but cheap nevertheless. Cheap in terms of because it's small. And see how it goes. And yeah, alhamdulillah, so far so good. So I dare to expand now, but not say but with expansion then comes the second coach.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're gonna move somewhere close to where you are.
Yeah,
right now.
I dare not stray that far away from where I am now.
Okay.
Space you ate, no?
Yeah, you wanna take
So
over?
where are your clients from in general?
I have clients as far as USJ, Shah Alam.
Really?
But they do work in the vicinity.
Ah.
So
That's why
yeah,
they're
so
okay.
but otherwise, it's PJ, Bukit Damansara, Mongkiara. So yeah, so they're fairly. The thing is, doesn't really matter where they live. I think the one that matters when it comes to personal training clients, and this is I think this rings true because I have one client who I shall not name. I have a client who is basically an example of this next point I'm trying to make. The typical personal training client need not be rich or can afford things, whatever. A personal training client has to be a master of your own time.
Yeah.
Because you cannot, you have, if you are going to pay this much to me or to another personal trainer or whoever, you have to be able to allocate a session, a training time to yourself. And if you are not a master of your own time, if you are being bossed around by your employer, then you will always keep cancelling. So you have to be able to decide for yourself. Okay, I'm going to train at this time, and then I'm just going to block my calendar. So Tuesday, 3 o'clock, for instance, 3 p.m. This is my time. Don't call me for a meeting. Don't set an appointment. Nothing. Half an hour either side. I'm not available at either because I have to travel to my gym. I have to travel back from my gym, to my PT. So that is the key, because and so I suppose it goes hand in hand. Although I said that they did not be rich, but by default, if you are a master of your own time, then you're probably a business owner or an entrepreneur or a CEO of some sort. So then you can actually dictate when and where people meet you and all these things. But because I have a client who is an employee, she's very, very keen to train, and I pity her actually. But she can afford the service, but she's not a master of her own time. So she's being sent here and there. She's been called for meetings, so she's cancelled on me. So to the point now that she has to suspend her training with me for a while. And although I don't do that often or never actually, but in her case, I think I would, because because it's a genuine reason. So but that's probably the key prerequisite to be a personal training client. Because what's the point? Because you've already paid for the service, so come attend and train.
We have that problem also, right? People paying and not coming.
But that's fine, because in your case they've paid. And then,
yours is by session. They pay by session.
No, they pay in a block.
Okay.
They pay in advance.
Right.
It's just that I want them to train.
Okay.
I want them
You
to
have the
because,
good intentions.
because
there's no point in paying.
because their success is my success.
Right.
I have nothing to show for otherwise.
There's nothing.
Yeah. To all my members who are not coming here anymore, please come and train.
Stop being charitable.
Yeah. We don't need your charity.
Maybe a little bit more, but
We need your investment.
investment.
So one last question for you. Where do you think the PT industry is going towards?
Great question.
Yeah.
I actually put this down on my notes. I think PT as a profession will never die. Will never go away. There will always be an opportunity for someone to personal train someone. In fact, someone said it yesterday in a podcast. I think it was either Chad Wesley Smith or Chad Westbury.
I don't know either of them.
Both Chads, but different, two different persons.
Right.
He said that the difference between a physical therapist and a personal trainer is the work that the personal trainer does is loaded. Is with weights.
Okay.
But otherwise, we are all about movement. We are all about like making sure that you move well and But then it's that with PTs we load it. We make sure you have 60, 80, 100 kilos on your back. Or something like that. You're able to press certain amount of weight overhead. And make sure you have the lung capacity to do this and that. But otherwise, a physical therapist. So my point is, there's always a fallback job for a PT if things go pear-shaped. But
I'm
anyway,
a physio. I used to do weightlifting.
but So what was your question? Oh, where does it go?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
I'm not sure where we go, but I do have a wish though.
Yeah.
I do wish that the government, in this case Kementerian Pendidikan dan Sukan, regulates the industry
Yeah, definitely.
for personal trainers.
Oh man, that's like another topic.
Another topic.
No, of course. But in a nutshell, it's unregulated at the moment. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can be a PT,
Yeah, I agree.
including
man.
myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hence I'm getting myself properly certified after this.
Okay.
You know,
that's,
with,
that's probably a good
So
idea.
after one day, you do a one day thing. Like,
Yeah,
there
so
we go.
everyone
Go
thinks
teach
like, just
100
because
different
just because you have like badan sado or something, you think,
Right.
I can be a good PT, or something like that.
Yeah,
So it's
I
unregulated. So when it's unregulated, number one, it involves the health and safety of clients. Okay, you might be making some makcik do something that she shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, pricing. I know of some who are charging 50 ringgit for a session, and that's undermining the value of
Everybody.
everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think another thing is also like need to remember that when you have people like these, right, whatever they see, because they're still relatively, I wouldn't say uneducated, but just not really in the know of how the body works. And
Correct.
stuff.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous, one, and then the second thing is like they will say things that are not really true.
Correct.
But then it's gonna.
But the clients will take it as good.
Yes, and then they're gonna spread it around, right? So it's more of like
Like a chain effect.
yeah, it's like a chain. It's sort of like a thought virus, right? Like, oh, this person said this, so I mean he's jacked, so maybe it's true.
Yeah.
Then they tell everybody and it starts spreading around. Then we as people, or let's say coaches or PT people who actually have an understanding of how the body works, right, and training, programming, nutrition, whatever, right, you're gonna have to deal with these the fallout of that effect every time you get a new client, because you tell him no, you have to do like this, but then he's like, yeah, but this guy said this, right? Then you have to work your way unwinding them and explain them properly how things are meant to be, how they should be working. Right?
Yeah.
It's not just like some magic thing you do and then like, you get this.
Yeah, the worst kind of PT, and this is true, the worst breed is the narrow-minded ones, who thinks that what they've been doing or what they are teaching is the one and only method.
Yeah,
Right.
That is the worst breed, because then either you are then subjecting your client to just one kind of training, or this client wouldn't, like you said, it's a thought virus. Then the client wouldn't go home and go to his office and then be like preaching what
This
he's
stuff,
just been
right?
taught.
Yeah.
So
Just call once a day. That's it. That's it.
said the best. Someone said to me once, the best answer a PT could give to any question is it depends.
Yeah.
Because it depends. Because not every single client is the same.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm finding out myself, like I say that a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
Like someone asks me,
You cannot
"How
be
do I do
like
this?" Depends.
you cannot be like okay, coach. What's the best way to lose weight?
Blah 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 blah.
I cannot go like IF.
Yeah.
Just do IF.
That's right.
Itu kan nyanya makcik tu. Itu kan
Right.
gastric lah apalah. So
Yeah, that's right.
you know,
yeah.
so there's no one answer for everything when it comes to health and fitness. Or so it's unregulated.
Right.
Pricing and to Mr. Lim Guan Eng, this is a cash business, okay? You are like unregulating a cash business.
Yeah.
There are so many PTs out there who have undisclosed income.
Yeah. That's
You
right.
know, like I dare to say it because I was in number right. So I dare to say it. But it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna come in next time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We have another guest.
Yes.
Anyway, okay, we gotta wrap it up. If somebody wants to apply to this coaching job, where can they find you?
I have I'm on Instagram. It's at Prsvr _Dtrmd. Basically, I've just taken out all the vowels from Prsvr Dtrmd.
Okay.
That's how kids nowadays spell
bahasa dan
anyway.
Pusaka might have an issue on that.
Yeah.
So, and so I'm also on Facebook. I think it doesn't really matter. You can just like search Prsvr
Right.
Dtrmd, it will
On
come
Instagram.
out.
We'll put it on our comment.
Yeah,
what
it's
is it, description.
But yeah, you can
Okay.
find as for job vacancies now. Wait till I move to a bigger place.
Yeah,
first.
yeah. People message you, "Hey, bro."
I'll holler for
I charge
my next
45
coach.
per session. That's great.
Anyway, thank you, Azmil, for being on our podcast today.
Yep.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
wish you all the best in your future, in your business and your expansion. It's really great to hear the perspective of personal trainer. And if you are interested to be on the show, please contact us at info@zealfit.com.my. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you can get be aware of our latest programs and shows. And we are also on Spot. You threw me off.
Sorry.
I threw myself off first, and
And
then
then
you
I
threw
threw
me
you
off
off more.
again. Yeah, we're also in Spotify, so do check us out. Comment, let us know what you think, and we'll see you in the next podcast.